Our first one comes from Kalina, who says, thought of this because I have some
paper.
heavy-duty casters, those wheel things that
The
can
things
turn.
that are on the bottom of beds that when you have sex turn your mattress into like a yacht sailing on the high seas. You've never had that experience?
I'm really struggling here.
My bed
Okay.
doesn't have
Okay,
casters.
so Hedvig, have you ever owned a bed with those tiny little black wheels?
No.
The kind of
Black
wheels that are on the
wheels?
bottom of an office chair.
Yes.
Okay. That's a
On a
caster wheel.
bed?
Yeah. That's
On a bed.
Sorry,
some
that was very
cheap,
loud.
shitty beds
But
come
why
with
would
them.
you want that on a bed? You want your
Yeah.
bed to stay put.
100%. And like I said, when you have sex on such a bed, it
It
turns
already
it into
moves
a
too
like
much.
into the Jolly Roger. It's no good.
Without the wheels.
Vroom.
It's bad. It's really bad.
No, it's great.
Oh,
You can go for
I
like a
hate it.
distance record. It's like, that was a good one. Let's try it again and see how far we can get.
So caster wheels, the wheels that are on the bottom of office chairs.
Kalina continues. Kalina's email is not about having sex, by the way. Made of cast iron. Go with me.
Okay.
If I were to cast the table across the floor, the casters let it glide smoothly as if on oil. So,
Castor oil.
particularly.
Okay.
So, four things. You've got castor, a wheel on a table or a chair,
Mm-hmm.
not a bed. Cast, as in set in a mold, like cast iron.
Okay.
Cast as to throw, like dice or a net. And castor oil. Kalina says, love the show. It's one I regularly recommend to people looking for a new podcast to listen to. Thank you for making it. No, thank you, Kalina.
That is very nice, especially after last recording where I don't know if you kept it in, Daniel, but we read some reviews that weren't that friendly. So I really
sure
appreciate
did,
that.
and it was great. Love all our reviews.
Okay. Can I ask a question? The wheelie
please.
things that I had never heard of, how are they spelled?
Now, that is a good question.
Castor. Castor.
Yes, and
Oh, no.
Caster is considered a variant.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was asking about. Yeah, exactly. E or O. Because English vowels, especially when they're in that position, I'm like, what are you asking me to do? No.
Well, I mean, yes. So is it relevant or is it not? Maybe not.
Well, castor oil I know is with an O.
That's true.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
I think cast iron is cast because it's thrown into a mold. That's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. Like poured, essentially. Yep.
I don't think the other two are related to those or to each other.
Okay.
You don't think cast, like a gypsum cast, is related to cast iron?
Oh, you mean like gypsum?
Yes. Yeah. No,
cast.
she's talking about like what you would put on your arm or whatever, and he is saying exactly the same thing.
Oh, I do think that those.
Yeah.
I do think that is the same
that
kind of
process
cast.
is the same process.
But I don't think the bed caster is related, and I don't think that the oil is related.
Huh.
Why? What do you think, Hedvig? What?
Oh, this is a hard one.
I'm actually sorry.
Yeah.
You go.
Ben, you go.
I was actually going to say, and this is very rare for me. I'm sitting pretty close to where Daniel is on this. Castor oil, I think, is just going to have its own entirely silly, bespoke etymology related to nothing at all because it's like an oil and it's really old and it's been around for a squadrillion years and blah, 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 blah. Castor wheel is the odd one out for me. I completely agree that to throw something and then to pour stuff into something is just like a related sense. Castor wheel, the only thing I'm wondering is could it in some way be related to either of the two other ones, right? So maybe it was made of a kind of plastic that was like derived from castor oil originally, I don't know. Or could it also have been like you put it on stuff and then you could like throw them across the room? I'm gonna back Daniel here. I'm gonna say that castor wheel, its own thing, cast and throw, related, castor oil, its own thing.
Okay, Hedvig, we both agree. Peer pressure.
I am more and more working myself into the all-related camp.
Ooh.
So caster wheel, cast iron, I cast it across the room, castor oil, and a cast on my leg are all related. And I want to make it known that if it's castor oil because of some guy who was called Castor, and he was called Castor because he came from a family of people who did casting, then that
yeah, I'll pay that.
counts.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, 100%.
I would
I'm
grant
not
that to
having
you.
any of that nonsense.
None of that nonsense. All right,
None
we're
of that
all
nonsense.
wrong.
Okay.
We're all wrong. Now I'm gonna this is part 2. One of them is the odd one out. Quickly, which one?
Castor oil.
Castor oil.
That's what I'm guessing. No.
Fuck.
Castor. Castor wheel is the odd one out.
Ooh, okay.
And I think I've got an answer to this one.
I think
Have
it's
you?
cast on your leg.
The cast iron cast into a mold.
No.
The cast on your leg wasn't one of the choices. I wasn't asking you
you've
to explain
you've
it.
just made that up.
I'm treating that the same as cast iron because it's
Okay.
a thing that's
This is not my smartest. I mean, I guess it's castor. No, because if you've ever had a cast iron pot, you know you need to oil that shit.
Oh.
That's how it works. You need to put on oil and then put it in your oven for like a long time, and then back and forth, and like make a layer thingamajig.
Mm-hmm.
Takes forever and it's really scary because everything gets really hot.
Oh.
So that is definitely oil involved. So then maybe cast iron, and it was only one that was the odd one out.
There was one odd one out. The other 3 were related.
Okay, well, castor oil then, I guess. If it's some guy, and then I'm going to look up, and he's going to be a castor. And yeah.
Okay, so I said it was the oil. Hedvig says it's the oil, and Ben says it's the wheel.
Yes.
Well, first of all, we're all correct in that cast to throw and cast to form in a mold. They are both related. They both come from Old Norse kasta, to throw. The unrelated one is the oil.
Damn it.
Castor oil is, beaver oil.
No, but hang on. I suspected this. And
Yes, you did.
Yeah. But hang on.
You deviated.
Fuck on, Daniel. Because the anal gland of the beaver, of which castor oil does sort of derive its name because it replaced the stuff that we got from the anal glands of beaver. So, sorry, really quickly, because most people probably wouldn't know this. The anal glands of the beaver, which is my favorite rodent in the entire animal kingdom,
they're great.
Were used in both perfumery and flavor, artificial flavoring. Yeah. They made like a fake vanilla flavor. Yeah, musk. Delicious, delightful, wonderful scent. Really good, by the way, in perfumes. Really lovely musky scent. Leathery kind of notes. The anal gland is called the castor gland.
Mm-hmm.
One imagines because it is used to eject and secrete these smells.
Yep.
Which means to throw.
Okay, hold on there. Hold on.
I'm also triple Googling.
The Latin word for beaver was castor, from Greek castor, but not really, because people in ancient Greek times, they did use different kinds of oils for healing and for those other purposes, but they couldn't have had a beaver. They didn't have them. Edom Online says the name probably was borrowed from another language, perhaps influenced by the hero's name, as in Castor and Pollux.
Hang on a second. So we called the beavers Castor canadensis.
Mm-hmm. That is the taxonomic name for the beaver, castor.
But we don't really know why the naturalists picked that name.
Probably because of association with some other animal that was used in ancient Greek times. Anyway.
Okay. Okay. No, that I'm allowing that one. That is unrelated. I didn't realize that the first. Oh, I feel shame, Daniel, because I love the beaver and I didn't know its taxonomical names. This is
Oh.
sad.
Now, the wheel is related. So at first I looked up castor OR because that's how I've always spelled it. And I turned up in the OED a small vessel with a perforated top from which to cast or sprinkle pepper, sugar, or the like in the form of powder. That makes sense because you throw it on your food.
Sure.
But when I started looking up castor, ER, I got wheel. And here's what it gave me. Cast also meant turn. That's an old sense of cast, along with throw.
Interesting.
And this is a wheel that turns. So that's where the connection is. This is a wheel that casts, or it's a wheel that turns, and then also the cast iron is thrown. Casting, of course,
I wonder
is
if
throwing.
we would find any other bespoke fossil casters in like manufacturing or technology, like unbeknownst to us, the little ball bearings inside like a fishing reel are actually called like casters or something like that.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting a beaver to turn up in this one. I mean, that was random.
They're just such delightful creatures.